big news this week with Jade Cargill signing with WWE. Before we get into the dream opponents we have for her in WWE, AJ, I don't think we've heard your opinion on this. So let us know what you think about Jade signing with WWE this week.
So Jade Cargill, I'm interested to see how she does with the WWE. The reason why is because her matches have all been short. She reminds me a lot of an early Goldberg or Lex Luger early in his career, where they kept the matches short so that you can really show off what she does well. We haven't seen her in a long match. And in the WWE, women's matches with the competitors that they have tend to go a little bit longer because they have wrestlers that can really go and contest you. So I'm interested to see. As a signing in general, it's fantastic. If anybody can get more out of her and teach her how to go longer, being the great athlete that she is, it is the WWE. But what worries me is I've heard speculation she's not going to NXT, that she's actually going to go straight to the main roster. That makes me a little nervous.
She's working at the Performance Center. She did do an interview where she talked about this a little bit. Now, she didn't say where she's going to wind up. She actually was asked this, and they said, do they have plans for you? And she said, they do. She said, but you're going to have to watch all the brands to find out. But she says she is putting the work behind. And one of the reasons why they actually asked her about Cody Rhodes. And they said, is Cody one of the reasons you're coming here? She's like, he's in the top 3, and he's not number 3. She said, Cody is a great businessman, a great man. She's like, and I'm not going to let him down. She says, by not putting the work in. She's like, I'm here to establish my brand. And she said, this is the place to be, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes.
And my concern isn't the fact that she won't be able to work. I think that her offense looks incredible. In the WWE, at some point, she's going to have to learn how to sell also. And that's the part that's going to be tricky. Not everybody can be a Nia Jax, really.
I mean, I was excited for her to come to WWE because getting that practice in, I don't know exactly where she trained when she was with AEW, but WWE has a performance center. They have this whole system set up. And even if she was down there, let's say 3 months, not on TV, and I'm getting a call right now, so let me interrupt this thought, and I will be right back.
I got this. Here's something else here. She's had 50-something matches, but those are the matches she's had in her entire career, and none of them are long matches for the most part, with maybe a few exceptions. Now, I know from listening to different podcasts and stuff that she's worked with Bryan Danielson behind the scenes now, Cody Rhodes, obviously, at the Nightmare Factory, but she's never had that opportunity to have long matches in AEW. Now she's going to be working with William Regal, Shawn Michaels, and other people behind the scene. And I think she'll do well. But a lot of this was just how she was booked in AEW, which is good and bad. They booked her as a monster, but she never got that time in.
Let me be clear, though. I am excited about this opportunity. Sure. I do think she'll fit in. I think she's got a great image, a personality. She plays the heel fantastic. Her versus Bianca Belair with Belair as the face would be incredible. Another thing that they could actually do, and I know people are automatically going, oh, they're putting her with Bianca because they're both black. That has nothing to do with it. They just happen to be two of the best athletes, pure athletes in wrestling. I would love to see them as a tag team to actually dominate. A woman's version of Doom, if you will.
Returning to the thought I had earlier, if you had her down in NXT, let's say for 3 months, not on TV, just practicing, working, getting matches in, could be beneficial. Build her up with videos in that time to make the crowd anticipate her. But who knows? She is a big enough star where I could just see her going to Raw or SmackDown and working on the go, maybe just showing up early, getting a mentor like a Natalia or somebody to help her along to kind of train her as she goes if they have this idea to just keep her on the main roster.
And she oozes charisma.
She does. And you could do something with her with Becky Lynch having the NXT championship right now, where she beats Becky down there and she could start squashing people. And then you could just have her show up in the Rumble with the NXT championship. She's bigger. She's going to be, if you build her right, she's going to be bigger than the NXT Women's Championship anyway. She could win the Rumble with that title and still go on to face a Rhea Ripley or a Belair or somebody at Mania, and you could main event her with night one easily.
Well, we could also do like a Yokozuna like thing where Nia Jax is squashing these people, and out of nowhere, here comes this new superstar, Jade Cargill, and almost like that body slam challenge.
You're leaning towards making her a babyface, I think, in a lot of ways.
I think you can. Don't get me wrong, I love her as a heel, but right now you need a good babyface.
Yeah.
Plus, with all the fanfare she's getting from coming in from AEW, who do you think had the better women's division before this move? Was it AEW? Was it WWE?
No, I mean, the argument you could do is AEW at times has booked their women's division better. When AEW had less women stars, I would say when they had Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, there was a period where they got hot, and WWE had all these great women, but they were kind of stale. They were running through the circle of Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky over and over again. But now you're starting to see people like Io Sky show up. You put Becky in NXT, you're doing different things. And honestly, with the exception of maybe Toni Storm's character, I haven't found AEW's women's division as compelling. Not to say that it's awful. It's just, I feel like we're still building again.
Well, I think part of that is also an injury. I think Jamie Hayter was doing a great job of building. I think they've gone backwards, unfortunately, with Statlander. Statlander, I think, was more charismatic playing the alien before than she actually is right now. You do have women that can still work in AEW. You have a good work rate. To me, the WWE, when you look at people even that are not on the top level, your second level has guys like Selena Vega. I put Natty Hart on that second level because they don't use her the way that she could be used. You have a real good second level there. Even Chelsea Green, you can say what you want about Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green can work and her character is over. And then Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks, Shotzi, absolutely. Right now, the WWE has the best women's division if they use it correctly.
Right.
Bar none to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we'll talk about this later, but I mean, again, that you still have the women in NXT that are going to be coming up. Like, yeah, it's great with now, but Tiffany Stratton, we may not think of her much in terms of what she's doing in the ring compared to some of the other women down there, but as a presence, we know that she has the potential to be money as well.
Well, she's not the only presence down there either. JC Jane, who can work in the ring, has a great presence to her. Thea Hale. There's so many women down there. Bea Priestley.
Bea Priestley, Blair Davenport. Yeah,
Blair Davenport.
Yeah, I know the name.
But you have so many women that can work in that division throughout the WWE. I feel bad for the women that are in NXT, to be honest with you, because there's so many women right now in the WWE that can work. There's almost a log jam.
It'll be interesting to see as time goes on what they do with some of these ladies. And NXT, their ratings and everything with Becky down there have gone up too. So there is more exposure for some of these women, which can be a good thing.
They've improved so much with their women's wrestling. I think they could actually do an all women's broadcast and be successful with it.
Quick side note:
bring back another Mae Young Classic or another.
Well, they're doing the women's version of the up and comer thing that they do in NXT. What's it called?
NXT Level Up.
Yeah, not Level Up. They have a tournament that they do where it's all the new women. They're going to be doing that coming up next month.
The breakout tournament.
Tournament. That's it.
But a side note too, I do have to say, since we were talking about Jade and we kind of into NXT here a little bit, AJ's always talked about how NXT has won him over in the last couple months. I have to say, when I saw Dragon Lee on Monday Night Raw this week against Dominic Mysterio, and then I started watching Dragon Lee again, I'm like, they are really kind of putting together a roster of people down there, like Dragunov and Carmelo. Like, there's these guys that can just go.
Well, even Carmelo's second guy, what's his name there? He's on fire right now. The crowd is behind him.
They are. They're doing this thing. Whoop that trick. Whoop that, which he's trick.
We're going to talk about this more later on, but to end this Jade segment, let's go with our top 2 dream opponents that we want to see Jade in the ring with. And I'm going to say, for me, it's got to be Natalya and Charlotte Flair. I think you're going to get classics out of Jade, and those could be like 2 huge feuds for her.
I mean, I think those 2 women could bring out maybe some of the best of her. Natalya, unfortunately, is, we talked about WWE booking some women strong. They've never rebounded with Natalya what they could do. As far as dream matches when women go, I've been saying this to AJ offhand. I mean, a lot of people are saying Bianca Belair. I guess I'm going to have to definitely put that as one of them. But for me and AJ, I think we're just going to agree with each other here. Maybe not, but I think it's got to be Rhea Ripley. Just the two physical presence of those two facing off each other. I don't think there's two more physically imposing women right now.
I agree with both of those. Those are definitely my two. I do have to put 2A in there.
Yeah.
I would love to see her with Piper Niven. The reason why is because Piper Niven has the size, but she also can go in the ring, and I'd be interested to see her against that European style wrestler.
Yeah, that would definitely show some more seasoning for her.